So back in 2013, when we started using Puppet, we were about 60% compliant, and we were stuck at 60%. Since we started using Puppet, slowly but surely we have increased our information security posture. Now we're at about 98% compliant.
We've started to see auditors actually be familiar with Puppet and are aware of its capabilities and its role in our ecosystem and its role in ensuring compliance and security. When we talk to an auditor now, if they're familiar with Puppet, it becomes very easy to say, this is why the system is secure, and as long as we show them the policies we're using in Puppet, they know that the way Puppet works is going to ensure that those security policies are applied properly.
So Puppet is good for compliance because, like many systems, it has the ability to keep your system in a consistent state. It also has the ability to hook in custom reporting capabilities and whatnot without any real extra effort on the part of the Puppet developer.
We have a number of customers that have very strict security requirements, and not every customer has the same security requirements. So on a customer-by-customer basis, we can apply whatever security policy they need at the OS side with Puppet. It helps us enforce the permissions of files, certain security policy settings, like for instance disabling SSH root logins, the things that the customer comes to us and says that we need to hit these checklist items, and then Puppet will check continuously to make sure that those policies are enforced. So once we put it into Puppet, we know that it's going to stay in that state. And then if it does change, we have an audit log so that we can actually go back and see who changed what, when, and where, and why, which is what the security people really like to see.
So another way that Puppet is very good for compliance is that when you build a suite of security controls on your system, those controls do not have to be dependent on the action of any other part of the Puppet ecosystem. The order-independent way that Puppet is built allows me to ensure that one part of my Puppet code gets applied no matter what the rest of the system does. From a security point of view, that's very good because that means that all of my security controls can be independently applied to the system regardless of the rest of the system, regardless of the developer needs or the admin needs, the security needs can always be met.
So compliance is nothing more than configuration management. So there are strict configuration management for directory permissions, role-based access controls, and such. But as you know, information security rules change day after day. So it allows us to rapidly roll out any of these new requirements, any of these new security compliance configurations imposed upon us by our information security team as well as our external regulators.